wow. So Fences is directed by Denzel Washington, and it also stars Denzel Washington along with Viola Davis and a couple of other actors. Now this is a film based on a play written by August Wilson, and a lot of people have said that this is an unfilmable thing, it's too hard because it's just people talking, it's just very long dialogue, and nothing really happens but conversation. So a lot of people will say maybe, you know, they can't really do this, it's going to be really hard, and I think that this is an extremely powerful film, and that is due to the brilliant performances from Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. I've already said this, Viola Davis and Denzel, that I think they're both going to win the Oscars that they have been nominated for because their performances in this film were so good. And I mean, like, genuinely, I mean, Denzel Washington has a lot of scenes where he's like really loud and shouting, but this is a guy who has probably one of the greatest actors ever, and he's one of my favourite actors. I've loved him in every single film he's ever been in, and when he directs a film, which he doesn't do very often, it's very interesting, and whenever he has a new project, I'm very intrigued to see how he does it. And this film is very subtly directed. There's not that much camera movement, there's not that much sort of beautiful cinematography or anything like that. It's a very subtle film, and I think Denzel Washington kills it, both as a director and as an actor. And Viola Davis in this film, again, probably the best supporting performance I've seen this year, but to be honest, she wasn't really a supporting actor. She was pretty much the only female in the film, and so I do feel that this is very much a leading role for her, because not only does she have so much to contribute to the story, but she just kills it in every scene she's in. Now, Denzel Washington's character certainly goes through quite a bit of an arc in this film, because at first, when you see him, he seems like a really nice guy, like it's just a straight up strict father, and but a good husband, and as the film progresses, you see that this guy isn't exactly pure. He has done some horrible things, and he's not exactly what you would call 100% a good guy. And just seeing the character progress is just so interesting. And the biggest compliment I can give to this film is, again, how real it feels. Just like the rest of my Best Picture nominees, they all feel extremely real. And to be honest, out of all of the other films that I've seen, this and Manchester by the Sea are the only two films where I'm watching it and I'm like, I feel like I'm just looking at these people's lives just unfolding in front of me. I'm literally just I'm not looking at a story, I'm not looking at characters, I'm not looking at actors, I'm looking at these people, these real, genuine people, going about their lives, and, you know, both ups and downs, mostly downs in this case, but living their lives. And that can be really intriguing if done right, and this film does it right. And a lot of people say that, you know, this film might not work, like I was saying earlier, because it's so dialogue driven. But because it's so dialogue driven, you feel like you know the characters so well. You feel like you've spent years with these characters, and you really genuinely care about these characters because of the dialogue and because of the amount of time you get to spend with them. It is a 2-hour and 20-minute film, which does help to contribute to the amount of time you spend with the characters, obviously. But August Wilson's script is just so great, because it really does delve deep into the sort of the minds and the hearts of these characters and really fleshes them out. And to be honest, I only have two flaws with this film. Now, the first flaw is the fact that I feel like Denzel's pretty much just filming a play, because again, there's not many like cool camera movements, there's nothing really happening that sort of feels like it can't be in a play and can be in a movie, if you know what I mean. And it's just people talking, but I like that. But I feel like it takes away from that cinematic feeling you look for when you watch a movie. There isn't like a wow factor to it, to the way that the film is made, if that makes any sense. Like I said, it just feels like Denzel's just filming a play. And my biggest flaw with this film is that the ending doesn't feel... It's out of place, it feels cartoonish, it doesn't feel believable, and it just doesn't fit in with the rest of the story. But other than that, Fences was an extremely powerful, and extremely emotional, and an extremely real experience, which is why I'm going to give Fences an A-, which seems to be my most popular grade at the moment. Anyway guys, this is my second last video in the Oscars 2017 series. Obviously I'm going to react to the Oscars live tomorrow morning. Well, not tomorrow morning actually, because I have tomorrow, sometime around tomorrow, probably a bit later than normal. But yep, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, thank you.